I'm Davey. I'm awesome. And welcome to the Comment Corner, where you guys make comments on my videos and I respond every week. And in between responding to your comments. You know who Santa's most impolite reindeer was? Rudolph. So, kicking off this week with last week's Comment Corner, the elf dad jokes. Joshua Martinez kicked it off with, first off, I can't decide which Silent Night, Deadly Night I liked more between 1 and 2. The first had Linnea Quigley, and the second had Elizabeth Keighton. Oh god, it's all watery! Okay, neither one of those girls were like super hot, dude. They were attractive, don't get me wrong, but not super hot. Paul Getto responded to this. Are the girls the only thing you watch movies for? Just curious. Pretty much, dude. Joshua Martinez responded to his respond. Ask Joe. Joe Mama? The 80s called, they want their quips back. Then Joshua Martinez commented, second, do I really look like the kind of a-hole that would swap out names with Chuck Norris facts? Come on, Davey. Come on. Davey. Davey. What? Come on!
We don't care if you get it.
Paul Getto replied to this, I have the Chuck Norris facts book, so you, sir, are a phony. A big, fat phony. Everyone look at this guy. He's a phony. Hashtag Family Guy. And yes, you definitely look like that guy. Then Joshua Martinez commented, now for some Garbage Day facts. Not Chuck Norris. We're better than that. Come on! Eric Freeman doesn't breathe. He holds air hostage. Eric Freeman can clap with one hand. Freddy Krueger has nightmares about Eric Freeman. Before he forgot a gift for Eric Freeman, Santa Claus was real. Eric Freeman can sneeze with his eyes open. Eric Freeman can cook minute rice in 30 seconds. Eric Freeman beat the sun in a staring contest. Eric Freeman. Then Paul Getto made his own comment. I have the shirt and book of Chuck Norris facts. Those are most definitely rip-offs. Also, as much as I love Xena as a kid, I get it. My brother did that to me with the movie Top Gun. I thought he wanted to be a pilot, but turns out he wanted to be Tom Cruise. I hate that movie now, and will never bother with the sequel. Why do brothers insist on doing that? I'm like, cool, you like it, now leave me alone. Exactly. I didn't like Xena, but I didn't hate it. The reason I hate it is because of his constant pushing it on me. Nobody pushed Top Gun on me, but, that movie was frickin' overrated. The only thing good about that movie was the soundtrack. You know how much Santa's sleigh weighs? About $8. 9 in bad weather. Then going to an older video, the very first Brothers Not Lovers Christmas movie review, where we reviewed the classic horror Christmas movie, Jack Frost. Jay McCool commented, a killer snowman? Sounds terrible. I must see it. Just so you know, I'm going through your old Christmas movie reviews for ideas. Have fun. Jack Frost is on Tubi. The movie, the riff tracks, and the sequel, Jack Frost, Revenge of the Mutant Killer Snowman. Before a reindeer tells a joke, they warn people, this'll slay you. Then on my Davy's Awesome Stories, Christmas toy craze, Joshua Martinez commented, there was one other time we wanted the it toy of the season, and that was the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Thankfully, they made them in such abundance that Mom and Dad not only had no problem getting a few, but a lot of them. It was pretty awesome. 1996, however, was a bad year. That was the year I discovered a certain princess of warriors. A warrior princess, to be exact. That was the year of Xena. It wasn't Mom and Dad's fault they couldn't get me the toys. I mean, one can only take so much of being laughed at when calling the toy stores and saying, my son wants Xena for Christmas, before just giving up. I had to wait until season 4 ended before those stores took it serious enough to carry the action figures. By then I was 18 years old. You have any idea how sad it looks for an 18-year-old holding a Xena action figure going, yee? Do you? Yes, I do, because I saw you holding that action figure. Then Joshua Martinez commented, it was even worse when I stood in line at the theater to see the animated Xena and Hercules movie. Everybody laughed at me. How was I supposed to know it was going straight to video? And then, as if these two comments weren't annoying enough, J Spud commented, growing up a member of the tribes of Israel, we never had Christmas, but Hanukkah gave us 8 nights of gift giving. If you can call being forced to give my mother IOU cards for birthing us as gift giving. Thankfully, the judge ordered her to stop trying to make me pay those debts in the forms of high bridge jumping and one-person Russian roulette with a single-barrel peacekeeper. She did try to call in the debt by having me propose marriage to Bertha Strumacher, my 9th grade home economics teacher. She turned me down, however, and my mother went on another banana vodka and grape soda binge rant about how I ruined her uterus and made her switch to masculine women for a time. I really did try to win Miss Strumacher's hand in marriage. I even have the proposal I wrote just for her. I'll share. Bertha, if I may be so bold to call you, or perhaps your classroom nickname if it suits you, Patty Melt, as you are the epitome of subpar education. You have touched my soul. My latkes taste better without you near. I am and always will be a worthless husk of deer meat without you. I cannot change that, but at least I can change my socks. The days are cold, my sinuses mangled by the frost, and there is an alarming amount of red substance in my stool. So we have that in common. Remembering that your middle name is Hilvek, just like my mother, and that you look like her too, only begs my heart to ask your hand in marriage. I swear, I am not asking just to inherit your soon-to-pass on from this world's grandfather's wealth. I am genuinely attracted to you. What do you say, Patty Melt? Want to prove those orangutans wrong? You see, I can be a hopeless romantic when the spirit moves me. You know, for Christmas or Hanukkah, whichever. All I'm asking is you stop. You know a dinosaur's least favorite reindeer? Comet. Then again, going back to an older Christmas review from last year, Jay McCool commented on the Davies Awesome Movies for Silent Night, Deadly Night Part 4, The Initiation. Of all the Silent Night, Deadly Night movies, this one was the worst. That includes the remake. This review is way more entertaining than the movie. Well, thank you for saying that my review was entertaining. I think. But, yeah, that was the worst of the entire series. That movie's awful. For lunch, Reindeer like to go to the Dairy Queen.
Dude!
Then on my Davies Awesome Wrestling, where I reviewed the DVD Ultimate Warrior, Always Believe. Someone who hasn't commented in a while, author Ken Lindsay, author of the Gavin English series and the River Runes, available at kenlindsaybooks.com, commented, I loved the WrestleMania 6 match, especially back when he walked away a winner. But I think the Warrior versus Macho King was a much better match. Mostly because Randy Savage had more skill than Warrior and Hogan put together. But still, my favorite Warrior match ever. I'd also love to see a more complete history of the Ultimate Warrior. Something less biased that can show both his good and bad sides. I doubt it will ever happen, though. I agree. I don't think it'll ever happen. I also agree that his WrestleMania 7 match with Randy Savage was way better than his WrestleMania 6 match with Hogan. But when it comes down to it, his most famous match of all time was the WrestleMania 6 one. Honestly, I kind of wish they would have gone a different way around WrestleMania 7. Instead of having him drop the title to Slaughter, have him defend the title against Savage. That probably would have boosted it a little bit more. But they just had to give it back to Hogan because during that time frame, it was an anarchy to have somebody other than Hogan be the champion. And then because, again, I didn't get my Christmas wish, J Spud made another comment. I'm just going to say it. The Ultimate Warrior? Veal. He makes me think about veal. It must be his tender muscles. I'm not sure. But I did have an Ultimate Warrior wrestling buddy when I was a child. He beat me mercilessly. My brother stuffed him full of cabbage and salted cod and made me dance with it as if it were Patrick Swayze and I was baby, only he had no problem putting me in a corner. It was awful. When I finally felt inspired to stand up for myself, I pulled out a can of spinach and proceeded to swallow the watery vegetable leaves that carried a worm-like goo-like consistency. It didn't make me stronger by any means. It just led to a visit to the emergency room to pump my stomach, as I had forgotten I was allergic to the spinach water. Those were bad times. I'll never forget the way the nurses laughed at me as I left the hospital the next day. They called me Olive Boy. Eat another can of spinach. Then Josh Martinez commented, I viewed Alf long ago. Oh. In a long way down the awesome road. Oh. Awesome road. Awesome road. Can be nimble, Rob be quick. Oh. Give a review on your bestie's flick. Oh. Okay, that one I was willing to sing. You know what the reindeer says to his wife? I love you dearly. Then on another Christmas review from last year, My Davy's Awesome Movies, for Silent Night, Deadly Night Part 5, The Toy Maker, Jay McCool commented, even if that was my name, I wouldn't name my toy store Pedos. Call it Joe's Toy Store or something. I agree, Pedos is like the worst name for a toy store. You know how you get into a reindeer's house? You ring the deer bell. Then, on another Christmas review from last year, the review for Silent Night, the remake to Silent Night, Deadly Night, Jay McCool commented, this movie makes me want a burger. That's the only good thing I have to say about it. Would you put avocado on that burger? You know what kind of money reindeer have? Bucks. Woohoo! Then on the last Christmas movie review I did last year, the review for The Ref, because I was finally out of Silent Night, Deadly Night movies, Jay McCool commented, I bet Carolyn and Lloyd didn't get a fruitcake the following Christmas. Best Christmas of their lives. Yeah, probably. Their neighbor finally stopped giving them fruitcakes. I only know one person who actually wants a fruitcake for Christmas.
Fruitcake. I love fruitcake. Num 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 num.
You know what you call a reindeer during Halloween? A caribou. Then, onto my Davy's Awesome Movies for this week, where I reviewed Reindeer Games, an underrated but understandably underrated Christmas movie. Josh Martinez commented, Gary Sinise. Okay. Then Josh Martinez commented, seriously, I think whoever made this movie watched Forrest Gump and wanted to turn Lieutenant Dan into a bad guy. He already was a bad guy. He didn't take the ice cream. Lieutenant Dan ice cream. Then Josh Martinez commented, at night after a long power outage, the lights finally came on in Charlize Theron's house. When the lights returned, her housekeeper exclaimed, Charlize, they're on! My girlfriend looks a little like Charlize Theron. And a lot like Patrick Ewing. Did you hear Charlize Theron has been cast in the next Ant-Man movie? It's going to be called Subatomic Blonde. Then, Jay McCool decided to comment on this week's Davy's Awesome Movies when he commented, yeah, no way he could have planned that. I watched this review the same way I watched the movie, with a mug of hot chocolate. Did you also have some pecan pie? Mrs. Claus looked up in the sky and said to Santa, looks like rain, dear. Then on my Davy's Awesome Food, where I reviewed Mountain Dew Fruit Quake, the holiday drink they came out with this year, a new commenter, Cavemanner, commented, thanks, man. Gonna have to give it a try. Was thinking about buying a pack just to have the cans anyway. This seals it! Well, I hope you liked it. I thought it was okay, but like I said, not worth buying twice. Then Josh Martinez commented, I love fruitcake, but this soda was ugh. I'd rather see Kathy Bates' hot tub scene in about Schmidt again. So instead of praising the Omen baby of sodas, here's some more Ryder Strong, not Chuck Norris facts. Ryder Strong is the only man who can fight himself and win. Ryder Strong's cowboy boots are made from real cowboys.
I rather enjoyed that.
Ryder Strong can start a fire with ice cubes. The flu gets a Ryder Strong shot every year. Ryder Strong once went skydiving, but promised he'd never do it again. One Grand Canyon is enough. Ryder Strong once ordered a steak in a restaurant. The steak did what it was told. Then Joshua Martinez commented, "Ha ha 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 ha! I love jokes. You should have heard it, Davey. Ha 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 ha! He thinks he hurts everywhere, but it's just his broken finger. Ah ha 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 ha! Go to bed. You're drunk." You know what street reindeer in France live on? Rudolph. And then the final comment of this week on last year's Brothers Not Lovers Christmas review of Scrooged, my favorite Christmas movie. Jay McCool commented, "California health plate, no dairy." Apparently he's seen Scrooged and liked it. You know which reindeer laughed at Rudolph and called him names? Olive, the other reindeer. So there you have it. That's my Comic Corner this week. I hope you guys enjoyed it. And if you did, make sure to hit like, hit subscribe, hit the little bell so you get notifications when I post new videos, and leave a comment of your own to be in next week's Comic Corner. Love you guys.